Well, hey guys, it's McKenna
and Rachel, and we're going to talk about
Wolfgang
Amadeus
Mozart and his operas. So Mozart was born on January 27th, 1756, and only lived for 35 years. But when he was younger, he was a prodigy. He started composing when he was 5, and his first symphony when he was 8 years old. And in those 35 years, he composed over 600 works. Also, he married a wonderful woman named Constanze, or maybe Constance, we don't know. And they had 6 children together. But fun fact, Mozart actually wanted to marry Constanze's sister, but the sister denied him and married an actor.
So, as we know, Mozart was extremely influential in the world of music. Many other composers, such as Rossini and Beethoven, gave him very high praise because they recognized the genius that he was. A couple things listed here are that he popularized the piano concerto and exploited chromatic harmony to a degree that was rare for that time with great artistic effect. In addition, he always made a point to include strong emotions in his works and really convey the text through the music, which we will see as we examine his operas.
Let's talk about Mozart's influence in opera music specifically. He was very gifted with being able to pick up any musical genre, which made composing operas a breeze for him. When you listen to it, it sounds deceptively simple, but we all know there's an underlying strength of innovation to what Mozart is doing. The operas that he wrote were very advanced in the technical sophistication they possessed, and also the emotional reach that they had enhanced the genre as a whole. He composed 22 operas within his 35 years of life, and some of them are listed here at the bottom.
In 1787, Mozart composed the opera Don Giovanni, which is a blend of opera buffa and opera seria, and it tells a story about Don Giovanni, who is a ladies' man who tries to seduce every woman he sees, and he gets in a duel with the father of one of his mistresses and accidentally kills him. Later on in the opera, the father comes back to haunt him as a statue and ends up sending Giovanni to hell. So some characteristics of Don Giovanni are the plot constantly is surprising with many twists and turns, and the music reflects this with the mixing of different genres and styles throughout the opera. So this opening aria that we're going to play for you in a minute is sung by Leporello, who is the servant to Don Giovanni, and he is lamenting about being a servant and how much he hates it.
And another plot twist is that it is actually an ABC BDB form, which is obviously not a common thing.
So the song contains many leaping notes and scalar flourishes, which depict the pacing of Leporello and set a comic tone for the piece.
Also, Mozart liked to be able to use the music to show the emotions. So there's one point when Leporello is wanting to be a gentleman, so the melody becomes all smooth and elegant.
And then once he goes back to talking about being a servant, it returns to the skipping melody. And then a little bit later on, he is frightened by approaching footsteps, so he expresses this fear through the music changing to a rapid comic patter.
Right. So let's take a listen to Act 1, Scene 1 from Don Giovanni.
Nulla sa dir, pio mai vento sopportar, mangiar male, mal dormir. Voglio far il gentiluomo, e non voglio più servir, e non voglio più servir, no, non voglio più servir. O che caro galantuomo, vuol star dentro con la bella ed io fa la sentinella, la sentinella, la sentinella. Voglio far il gentiluomo, e non voglio più servir, e non voglio più servir, no, 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 non voglio più servir. Ma mi par che venga gente, ma mi par che venga gente, non mi voglio far sentire, non mi voglio far sentire, non mi voglio far sentire, no, 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 non mi voglio far sentire.
All right, that's a wrap on this little insider to Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart and some of his opera work.
So, in class on Friday, we will discuss some more about this amazing composer and a couple more of the operas he has created, including Marriage of Figaro and The Magic Flute.
Holla!
Thank you for listening.